I had a slight internet issue, so the stream got interrupted. So it's fixed. We're going to continue on. All right. Storm. Ha ha. I knew it. No more sardines for Canargo. Tonight I shall dine on the finest salmon on the peninsula. Why? Well, I had a little wager going on with some of the other guards on who ought them who recommend for the next job. I can't talk. My bad. My money was on you. On the job, yes, of course. If you follow the road past the gates to the southeast, you'll eventually come to the barren cape with a single large stone half buried in the cliff overlooking the sea. Followers of the 12 say it's a holy place dedicated to Nemea the Spinner. I'd be surprised if the pirates weren't camped up there. We're aware of that, though. Okay. Let's go fight some pirates. I'm giving you to the count of 9 to step back on the path and carry your adventuring arse back down on to whatever rock it is you crawled out from under. Sea is up to my ears with your type roaming the ills, the isles like they were yours to roam. It's get to be that a man cannot enjoy a mug of rum without some shite breath outlander running up asking which is the way to the local levy mate 7Ls if I know I'm a bloody pirate. Okay? Balls. Once we have my boy back, I'm putting this godforsaken piece of an island so far behind me, ain't no one will remember I was ever here. Come on, Scrags. We's knives to sharpen. Okay. I thought we was gonna fight. Guess he didn't want to fight. He didn't want that smoke, I guess. So the trespassers are indeed pirates, and they are indeed planning something. But what is this talk of getting me boy back? Could be that the target never was the victory. Something is not right. I won't sit idly by, waiting for those pirates to make their first move. I shall order increased patrols immediately. Thank you again for your help, Storm. It appears we were wise to put our trust in you. Okay, I guess I got one stronger than that. I am concerned. It appears that the pirates I had to investigate are on the move. They creep ever closer to the dry dock, so I must assume that they mean to target the Victory herself. The ship is the symbol of everything Limsa strives to become, and I will not allow these base scoundrels to lay a single finger upon her hull. We must apprehend them before they put their plans into motion, and you are just the man to do it. Without your capable assistance, I fear the security of the dry docks cannot be guaranteed. Not moments ago, my guards submitted reports of suspicious activity in the area. Pray begin your efforts by listening to one of their accounts firsthand. Matters not whom you choose to speak with, but be sure to question either Ertswit at the front gate or Sinago at the rear. Any suspect saboteurs you encounter during the course of your investigation are to be interrogated. Report any and all findings directly to me. I saw one of those mangy pirates lurking around the cliff near Empty Heart. I take a closer look at it before he has a chance to cover his tracks. Well, you're too late. What's to happen is already happening. Of course I can't jump down. Of course I've got to walk all the way back around to the front door. Why wouldn't I? I'm just an Arcanist with all these superpowers. Alright, let's do this. Trouble at the shipyard. How many do they number? He's not sure. Seem to be carrying explosives. Oh yeah, you tend to the man's wounds while I go fight the fight. Okay. Alright, gotta remember my way to the shipyard. Yes, I'm going the right way. Okay, let's continue on up the hill then. Oh. My bad. I was going the wrong way. It'll be all over soon, and the ship will be a pile of splinters. Why would you do such a thing? Have you no idea how important the ship is, what it represents? Aye, that's what makes it all the sweeter, whatever it takes to knock some sense into me treacherous, backstabbing son. Imagine a boy of mine giving up the pirate life to become a shipwright and building a bleeding maelstrom vessel at that. What under Limlane's wide green ocean made you take up with these self-righteous shites? You're the one with no bloody sense. Don't you see, the pirates had the glory days, but the era is over. The ship's a symbol, alright, of everything that went wrong with the world, and I mean to shatter it into 100,000 pieces. Oh yeah, let me pull out my trusty book. Oh Jesus, this is a big old mess. Nice. That wasn't too bad. Probably helps I'm, like 5, 6 levels above it, but my thanks. I shudder to think what might have become of the victory without your intervention. Pirates have made a right mess of things. I'd best get to sorting out the docks. And my thoughts could use some sorting out as well. Ever did my father have a way of turning my life upside down? Pray conveying my thanks and my apologies to Remthoda. Why can't nobody have no normal names in this game like Steve? Defended more than a simple ship, you shaved a budding hope of Limsa from a violent demise. The day was yours. Seems our security regimen will require much in the way of improvement if we are to truly keep the dry dock safe. Well, I can understand why he would feel responsible for his father's actions if all involved in this incident was hardest on him. But in time, I believe he will come to a single conclusion. The most fitting way of moving past his anguish is to see the victory completed in the water. And in the water, by the by, the pirates we defeated have been handed over to the Yellow Jackets. Rayner's men will be taking over the investigation. Before the Yellow Jackets moved in, however, we recovered the most unusual object. Should you have the time to spare, I would ask of you another favor. Storm, in light of your role in recent events, there are a few others of whom I would entrust this task. Since last we spoke, a curious missive has been discovered amongst the personal effects. The pirate behind the plot to sabotage the victory. This missive was penned in the most unusual script, a script we believe to be a manner of some code. Needless to say, anything which a proven enemy of Limsa deems worthy of enciphering is like to be a great interest to the Maelstrom. Unfortunately, none among us have any sense of the message. In cases such as this, I am told the Yellow Jackets are wont to turn to Botaron and his convenient connection. Thus, I would have you deliver this missive to the proprietor of the Drowning Witch, to his hands and no other. Do you understand? Alrighty, returning to Limsa. And to the Drowning Winch we go. Been hearing about your deeds at the dry docks. Laid out the entire tale for me. Poor Sod was still reeling at his old man's part in the business, but at least you kept the victory from being sunk. before she sailed. For that, I owe you me thanks. You've really made a name for yourself here in Limpsville, lad. Folk know that when they need something doing. Okay. Let's just hand you the letter, dude. You want someone to read a message, written funny letters for you. Grimthoda thought I might know a man as good. Well, let's see it then. I reckon I might know a canny bugger who can read stuff like this. Ugly sod by the name of Batteron. You know, for like one for me regulars now, Storm. You've never let me down yet, and Navigator helped me. I reckon I can trust you. I'm tired of the pirate talk, though. Like, I could totally do without it. I'm being for real. Where to start? Back when I was younger and nastier, I earned me living as a sellsword. In that business, if you wanted to know what your enemy was up to, you had to learn to read the orders prized from the cold dead hands of its mates. That's how I came to know how to read your message. Truth be told, the script was only too bloody familiar. Them Sahagan letters. And I should know I've gutted more fishback messengers than I can count. Gets worse though. The plan is to blow up. The plan to blow up the victory is all in here, right down to the fine details. Looks like they meant to raise 8 kinds of hell in western Lesnostica, or La Nasia. Anyways, then it with the Maelstrom's flagship in the confusion. Point being, the attack on the victory weren't the act of a few rebellious pirates. Was a key part of some canny grand plan. But if I'm reading this all right, the attack itself came much too early. I'd wager they panicked when they saw you was one when the pirate speak. Lord have mercy. They panicked when they saw you was on to them, rushed to do the job and buggered it up. Them tattooed face guys, as they say, was paying Hot Bim's old man there with the Serpent Reavers, right? But none of their crew was there, was they? Did they have something better to do or what? Seven hells, I've got it all backwards. That mess at the victory that was meant to be the bloody distraction. Fishbacks ain't interested in the Maelstrom's baby. They're after men, just like they've always been. They're sending their pirate lackeys after a civilian target. This bit about raising hell in western Las Nasia, that's where it'll be. Somewhat tells me Swift Perch is about to get it and get it hard. Here's a rough translation of the message. Take it to Commodore Rayner at the Coral Tower and tell him He's in for a busy day. Oh, and give him a hand, eh? Ye can be damn sure he'll need one. The What's throwing me off is the apostrophe and parts of words. They're writing like people talk, and it's throwing me a loop. It's throwing me a loop because of how pirates talk, and they're writing it just like it. Okay. Okay, you are to be commended for your part thwarting the plot to destroy the victory. And now what can I do for you? Bear an urgent message from Baderon, but Darren, however you say it. Why do I get the feeling that my hopes for a quiet evening are about to be cruelly dashed? Tell me what is afoot. An assault on Swift Perch, but we've seen nothing to suggest the Serpent Reavers are amassing an attack. Even so, it would be foolish to discount the possibility, but Darren is rarely wrong about such matters. I will marshal the Yellow Jackets for battle immediately. The only question is where to send them. While I concur with Baderon's assessment that the attack on the dry docks was intended as a diversion, the Swift Perch is one but several possible targets for the main thrust. Commodore Sir, report. It's the Sahagin, sir. They've mounted a large-scale assault on the South Tide Gate and threatened to overwhelm our defenses within the day. The garrison requests immediate reinforcements. Seems my decision has been made for me. Muster the troops and give the order to march. The Serpent Reavers are in league with the Sahagin, which means there is every chance This assault on Tide Gate may yet prove to be another feint. The fact remains, however, that we can ill afford to ignore it, and that leaves Swift Perch vulnerable to those pirate traders. It is at times such as these that I wish the warriors of light yet walked among us, but wishes will avail us not. Savage, you must serve in their absence. Make for Swift Perch with all haste and lend your strength to the squads I can spare for the settlement's defense. That's them saying I'm going to do all the work, by the way. Might as well pick up an extra class while I'm here. I ain't doing all that reading on this, though. Okay. I guess I'm gonna take the cheap way back to Swift Perch. I think I spend most of my time running. Commodore Rayner sent word we'd be getting reinforcements, but I didn't expect them to send you. You certainly look like you've seen your share of action, though. You bear little resemblance to the wide-eyed whelp I met fresh off the ferry. In any case, do you know what you're fighting for here? This place, Swift Perch. It was rebuilt by folk who stood strong in the face of every hardship the calamity threw their way. We're not about to let some fish fancy scum claim the honor of being the ones who finally broke their spirits. Don't give those pirates one bloody elm. You hear me? Okay, let's do it. Here they come. Thought all them yellow jacket worms was meant to be busy. That useless scrag ain't followed the plan, I see. Now what? Pull back and wait for our Sahagan brothers? This on that, we ain't turning back empty-handed. Remember, no killing the small folk, or it'll be your blood that stains Lord Leviathan's altars. Yellow jackets, the yellow bellies you can butcher at will. Them dirt-eating slugs will be crushed under the full might of the serpent reavers. Seems Swift Perch was the main target after all. Squads 1 and 2 protect the townsfolk. Squad 3, you're on rear guard. Okay? Let's do it. Don't worry, boys. I'm bringing my book. Feed them with my trusty book, boys. All the reavers are beaten and scattered. I'll take some men and hunt down the stragglers. Oh, but there may be more of them lurking about, so don't be off your guard just yet. Oh man, there's creepy dude. The source of his strength becomes clear. May have bested to go on, but you will not fare so well this day. What's he doing? What's he doing? Ah, hell. Oh, mournful voice of creation. Send unto me a creature of the abyss, my thrall to command, that I may smite mine enemies. Ah, hell. What the hell is that? Am I supposed to fight that thing? Your very being imperils the plan. You cannot be suffered to live. The hell is that? Oh, that's easy to say. Oh God. Yay. Bye-bye. Because the wisdom of the paragons should be brought low by mere mortals. Paragons, did he say? Then it is as I feared. They are known as the bringers of chaos, or Asians, to give them their proper name. It seems our suspicions were correct. It is they who have been manipulating the beast tribes. Pardon? You would know if we Charlayans have encountered Asians before. I have never spoken to you of my homeland. How did you know whence I hail? Wait, I do begin to see you have been blessed with a special gift. Are you alright, lad? And if I'd known a mean bugger like that was hiding in the bushes, I would have left a squad or 6 to keep you company. Well, at least we know we can call this kidnapping investigation to a close. Those reavers were the ones spiriting folk away in the dead of night, and this guy here was pulling all the strings. They strive simplistic but not inaccurate. came as soon as I sensed his presence, but I never thought to find such a scene of carnage. Yet we prevailed, and thanks to your heroic actions, I've learned much. Aye, heroic is the word. I don't want to think about what would have happened if you hadn't been here, friend. And your assistance is much appreciated too, Lady Yastola. Please give our regards to the Scions. I'm glad to play the role into bringing what I hope is an end to this disturbing spate of abduction. The thread of your fate forms a part of the most intriguing tapestry. Mayhap we will be afforded the chance to speak more in the near future. For now, however, you must see this particular tale to its conclusion. Pray send my greetings to Commodore Rayner. Interesting. Rayner at the Coral Tower. Word of your exploits is already spreading through the ranks. My troops and I owe you a great debt of gratitude for your timely assistance. You have shown yourself to be possessed of a sure arm, a strong spirit, and sound judgment. Would that Lemoensa had more like you. I have little doubt that you shall one day join the ranks of Eorzea's greatest adventurers. It is but a matter of time. Clearly, Baderon's eye for potential remains as sharp as ever, though I doubt even he imagined you capable of such feats. Might you favor me with your own account of the day's events? Such victories bear retelling. Stola has been working with us for quite some time, you see, and she was only too willing to assist the Yellow Jackets in the kidnapping investigation, proving herself a stalwart ally of Lemsa yet again. Needless to say, after your part in thwarting the attempted sabotage of the victory and the small matter of your deeds in Swift Perch, you two have proven yourself a valued friend of the Thalas whatever. Okay. May I present to you Admiral Lofiswin? Lofiswin? The names of people in this game
So, this is the adventurer I've been reading about in the field reports.
Yup.
I am Melve Blufisvin, Admiral of Limsa Lominsa. On behalf of my people, I bid you thanks for the deeds you have done this day.
You're welcome.
A token of our gratitude. What worth is high regard without just reward, after all? Ha! Since you first set foot in our city, my good friend Badaron and Commodore Rayner have taken turns at regaling me with tales of your exploits. Safe to say, they left an impression. Join me at the coming banquet.
Food!
A seat of honor at the celebratory feast is the least I can offer the man who foiled the Sahagin.
Oh! A seat at the feast!
Oh, and don't be late. Your fellow guests will be eager to take the measure of their newest hero, and some do not take kindly to being kept waiting. Till then, may you walk in the light of the crystal.
Okay. I'm sure you understand how this is unusual it is for the Admiral to invite an adventurer to a state banquet. It is highly coveted honor. Why, even the officers under her direct command are rarely afforded such recognition. But I will not deny you have earned it. Many of the tasks you have performed in service to the Thalacross, I can't say that word, whatever, have both been difficult and dangerous. This is a reward for all your efforts and nod of your many achievements, both large and small. As the enormity of this moment yet sunk in, perchance you will realize that this significance you stand before the assembled dignitaries of Limsa. And now that I have imagined the scene, I realize that you will require attire suitable for the occasion. I suggest you visit the winch and see what Badaron can arrange. He is surprisingly knowledgeable about such things. Okay. Went the wrong way. My bad. Well, if it isn't Merweb's guest of honor, hobnobbing with the high and mighty now, is it? I tell you, lad, I damn near snorted hell out of me nose when I heard the news. Come a long bloody way, you have, and that's the truth. But one thing's for sure, you'll not want for a decent grub. These banquets are catered by the bleeding Bismarck, knows less. This is a grand chance to fill your belly with to bust in with fine and, more importantly, free food. But we can't have you turning up in your shite caked venturing gear. No, the Era of Honor needs to have a touch of refinement about him, only to stop folk complaining where he stuff his face in cake. Take yourself over to the Octant and speak to Janasham, the Brigadier Consortium. She'll furnish you with summit gentlemanly to wear. I am ready to be done with the pirate's feet. I've already had word with her, and so all you need to do is pick up the goods, then bring them back here, so I can tell you what's what. Okay. Okay, give me my stuff. Whew. Okay. We got a nice pair of dress shoes for you. Look, might have had much else to his name, but so long as you got a decent pair of shoes on his feet, there ain't nowhere you can't go. Think of them as a gift for me and all the other folk you done right by for along the way. This is a very moving gesture, I know. Just don't go welling up on me. Wouldn't do for Limsa's new hero to turn up at the banquet soaked in his own tears and snot. Any road, that's your garb sorted. Now you just need to settle your nerves. Tell me when you're ready and I'll tell you where you're meant to go. Okay. Banquet will be starting soon. If you waited any longer, I'd consider it me civic duty to hit ye over the head and drag you there. Now make sure you're wearing them fancy shoes when you turn up, alright? Carrying them won't do you no good. They meant to make you look like a gentleman. Remember, not a gentleman's bleeding lackey. For direction, the feast to be held on the bridge in the Admiral's briefing room. Speak with Xanthal at the Bulwark Hall, and he'll show you the way. Just keep that head held high, lad, and everything you've done for Limsa, you've good reason to be proud, and don't let no highborn bugger tell you different. All that crap just for dress shoes. Okay. Let's go to a feast.
Brothers and sisters of the sea. May the navigator guide and protect him on his journey, till sea swallows all. These pirates you encountered with the tattooed faces, they call themselves the Serpent Reavers. Their ranks are formed of cutthroats and madmen who have pledged themselves body and soul to the primal Leviathan. From what we have gathered, they sought to swell their numbers by spiriting away any soul unfortunate enough to cross their path. I need not tell you the depth of the animosity between us and the Sahagin. How any seaman worth his salt could devote himself to the fishback's god is a question for a more temperate mind than mine. But, thanks to you, our citizens may once more go about their daily lives, safe in the knowledge that they will not be dragged into the darkness by those execrable curs.
Such an extraordinary glow. This is one of the crystals of light.
By the Navigator.
After our encounter with the Gubu, you had a vision, did you not? Of a towering crystal. You bathed in her light.
Yashtola's conclusion is clear, and I see no reason to doubt it. You are the vessel of a higher power. This being from your vision was the Mother Crystal. Your description matches what little we know of her. And if she has chosen you, then your deeds may yet shape the fate of nations, as once did the deeds of the Warriors of Light. Know you the tale? Like you, they were not of these lands, yet they fought to protect us all against the corruption of the Primals. When the Garlean Empire began its conquest of the realm, these heroes joined the Grand Companies and helped reforge the Eorzean Alliance. And at the Battle of Cartano, they took the field beneath our banners to fight for everything we hold dear. It was on that day, in the midst of that hell, that we lost them. Every soul who survived that battle will never forget how it was to fight beside them. We are proud to call them our comrades. Yet whenever we try to shout their names, the sound dies in our throats. And whenever we strain to see their faces with our mind's eye, naught but their shadows appear to us, set against a blinding light. Ask any true Eorzean who knew them, and the story will be the same. It is for this reason that we call them the Warriors of Light. When I look upon you, I cannot help but be reminded of them. Keep that crystal safe.
Yes, ma'am.
In time, I believe the Mother Crystal will make clear her reasons for bestowing it upon you. Heed well her words, adventurer, for it is Hydaelyn herself who speaks.
Okay.
Flames to the fore! Victory belongs to the bold! Show those Imperial whore sons what we're made of!
The left flank buckles. Divert the barracudas. Bid them hold that position, though it costs them their lives.
The yellow serpents are in need of succor. Pray, send the white wolves to their aid.
Oh my
The
God.
adventurers risk life and limb for our cause. We must not fail them.
Is aught amiss?
No, it is nothing.
Bloody hells! The barrier won't go down so easily! Eyes forward!
We are being watched.
Raging Bull, calling Bloodthorn. Bloodthorn, respond! Respond, damn you!
Raging Bull, this is Mad Snake. Respond.
Ryder, this is Raging Bull. What news?
We're surrounded by a blaze. There is no way out. God preserve, what is that thing?
What's going on? Speak to me!
God damn it! We cannot hold much longer.
Mad Snake! Mad Snake! Answer me! Damn it! Damn it all to the seventh hell!
What of the barracudas? Can they not be reached?
Sorry, Admiral. Shell's not working.
What of our own?
I cannot say, my lady. That monstrosity appears to be disrupting our communications.
We must keep trying. Call till they respond.
Yes, my lady.
Admiral, General, we can do no more. We must give the order to withdraw.
I will not forsake Louis Soir!
General, please. Victory may belong to the bold, but there will be no victor this day. You know this to be true. Let us not sacrifice lives in vain. The adventurers fight bravely, but to no avail. Let them withdraw, and let us be the ones to stand with Louis Soir.
Belay previous orders. All Maelstrom units are commanded to fall back, effective immediately. Give the foreign levy priority. Let the main host cover their retreat and bring up the rear.
Damn it! Relay the order. All flames are to withdraw. I don't care if our link cells are useless. You still have a working pair of legs, don't you? Well, use them, you bloody half-wit!
The outcome of this battle was long since decided. Better to retreat now than risk a massacre. This dark, stifling presence. Who or what? We go to take our place beside Archon Louisoix. To your positions.
Kasbamul, Soginin Wese Donzul. Logalo, Asawad Deken Bet Mubut. Imarat Way, Kiskat Toga Hards Wadadorns. Sees Nigem, Fistun the only Lamrai Sataito.
Okay then. What happened? You don't remember then. Keeled over in the middle of the banquet and caused the right stir. Had to carry you to the winch, back to the winch myself. Well, I'd say carried was more of a matter of dragging and rolling. Too much cake, I reckon. Any road, don't fret. Tis little wonder you was exhausted after everything you've been through lately. Your little nap seems to have put some color back in your cheeks, though, so I'll leave you to it. Almost, when you fill up to it, talk to Xanthel, and he'll let you into the command room. Oh, and stay awake, eh? I'm told Merwell was in the middle of telling you a story when you started snoring last time, and I doubt she'll look kindly on it if you repeated the trick. Yay? Alright, let's try this again. Good to see you on your feet again. You are recovered. Well, let's waste no time. I have a task that needs doing. One I entrust to no other. Level 23. Duty I have mine for you requires some explanation. I do hope you have not made other plans. Do business then. Level 15 quest. Finally. Even though we're like level 23. I pinned a letter to each of my counterparts in the Eorzean Alliance. The Battle of Cartano and the calamity that followed claimed countless lives. It has been 5 years since those of us who were spared dragged ourselves from the ashes to look upon an Eorzea we scarcely knew. 5 years, and yet the people still suffer. Their lives are fraught with worry and hardship, and the warriors of light who might have once had given them hope are gone. Yet we must press on regardless. We will never truly do so, however, till we have faced our past. To that end, I am proposing that a memorial service be held in each of the city-states on the 5th anniversary of the Battle of Cartano. These letters contain the details of said proposal, and I would have you deliver them to our allies as my proposed envoy. You have proven yourself a staunch and able ally to Limsa, but that is not my only reason for choosing you. No, I choose you because you possess a quality which puts me in mind of history's champions. A quality I feared lost. Say that you will perform this duty. I knew you would not disappoint me. This task shall take you far from the borders of our nation to the city-states of Gridania and Ul'dah. A grueling journey, to be sure, were you to travel by sea or land, but I mean to have you take to the skies. An airship pass to be used at your discretion. Nice. Airships bound for the nations of our allies leave from the landing connected to the bridge. But before you depart, I suggest you trouble Badaron for a few pearls of wisdom regarding each of your destinations. Old guy is nothing if not well traveled. 'Tis a pity I cannot issue such passes with a freer hand, as I did in more peaceful times, when births were not so limited. But in these times of war, every craft we commit to the clouds risks drawing the eye of the Empire, and every voyage needs to be born of necessity. Lest you doubt, I consider your place well deserved. Nor am I alone in that opinion. There are other parties who would see you granted the privilege of air travel. By Storm, your deeds do not go unnoticed. Full many see great promise in you, but I have flattered you enough. On behalf of Limsa and her people, I bid you go forth. Discover the realm for which many have fought and died. Wonder and danger await you in equal measure, but turn not from either. Only by braving the unknown will you achieve the greatness by which you are surely capable. The light of the crystal guides you, and I wager that your destiny will be no small thing. Okay. Back from your meeting with the Admiral, are you? Personal bleeding envoy. So you be carrying the word of the Admiral herself to the leaders of the Alliance. Bugger me, I knew you was going up in the world, but I didn't realize you got that blood and high. I'm proud of you, lad. Think of how far you've come. Once is enough to bring a tear to me eye, and that ain't the ale talking neither. Well, not just the ale at any rate. Was the navigator for steering you my way. Of course, this is only the start. Now you've got your hands on an airship pass, the whole Eorzea laid out before you. like a fair maid on a feather bed. Okay. And she's a big girl, too, with plenty of enticing nooks and crannies. Not commenting on that. If you think us Limwensians, our characters, just wait till you cross paths with the grim forest dwellers of Gridania or trade coins with the crafty merchants of Ul'dah. There's the wild places where the beasties rule, and no bugger with the ounce of sense sets foot. But you're an adventurer, so I wouldn't let a little thing like that hold you back. Of course, it ain't all exploring and excitement. There's a heap of troubles that plagues every nation sea. Ain't just ours. I'm talking intrigue and infighting beastmen and their primals, and there's an ugly side of life, and sooner or later you're bound to walk into it. But I'll wager there's bugger all out there that you can't handle. Something tells me you're going to be just fine. The realm's had it rough, 'tis true, but folk are beginning to recover from the beating the calamity dealt them. Call me a hopeless optimist, but it wouldn't take much to turn things around. This is the perfect time for an adventurer like yourself to get out there and make a difference. Well, what are you waiting for? Alright, boys, I think we're gonna stop it right here. Alright, guys, make sure you like, comment, subscribe wherever you seeing this, and I will see you next time. Later.